Welcome to Program Bachelor of Science, the third year, subject Botany, 6th semester, course code BOD105, course titled Nursery and Gardening. This is Unit 7, Kitchen Garden. The name of this module is Study of Cultivation of Different Vegetables, local leafy vegetables including red amaranth and spinach, chilies, cluster beans and cabbage. I am Ms. Marina James Rodriguez, Assistant Professor in Tamil College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Nuve, Goa. In this module, we'll see the cultivation of local leafy vegetables, that is red amaranth and spinach, chilies, cluster beans and cabbage. By the end of this module, you will be able to describe the cultivation methods of these vegetables, that is amaranth, spinach, chilies, cluster beans and cabbage. You will be also able to state the nutritional benefits of these vegetables. Introduction. A kitchen garden is primarily intended for a continuous supply of fresh vegetables for the use of the family. In a limited area, a number of vegetables are grown for the benefit of the family. Kitchen gardens are a micro solution and a very affordable way of ensuring healthy food and balanced nutrition. Cultivation of local leafy vegetables. The first one, red amaranth. The botanical name is Amaranthus cruentus, belonging to family Amaranthaceae. There are a number of varieties that are edible. These varieties include the deep red variety, greenish red variety, pale green variety, etc. Amaranthus varieties grow all through the year. The germination of amaranth seeds takes about 3 days after sowing. Therefore, after sowing the seeds, the soil should not be disturbed. The seeds could be broadcasted on prepared and manured beds. Other than broadcasting method, the seeds could also be grown in nursery and the seedlings could then be transplanted in the field in rows. The transplanted seedlings are to be grown 20 to 30 centimeters apart. Later on, as the plants are growing, manure can be broadcasted after a few days if required. Amaranthus is known to be tolerant to high temperature. It requires frequent watering for successful cultivation. The plants grow rapidly and may be harvested in 30 to 40 days after sowing when they are about 15 to 20 centimeters tall. While harvesting, the whole plant may be uprooted, or another method is that the established plants may be cut back to within 15 centimeters from the base to promote lateral shoot formation, which can be harvested in some time. Red amaranth can be harvested in 2 to 3 clippings, after which it goes in for flowering. Red amaranth is rich in iron, vitamin A and roughage. Cultivation of the second local leafy vegetable, that is spinach. The botanical name is Spinacia oleracea, belonging to family Amaranthaceae. Spinach is an important leafy vegetable of which the leaves and the tender shoots are consumed. Spinach is very rich in iron, vitamin A, folic acid, protein, and various amino acids. Spinach seeds are sown in drills about 15 centimeters apart on a well-prepared manured bed. The seeds take about 4 to 5 days for germination. Spinach requires adequate moisture, a cool climate, well-manured soil. It tolerates some amount of shade. The first harvest can be made in about a month of sowing. While harvesting, the lower leaves should be plucked and the upper leaves, which have not yet matured, can be left to mature in 8 to 12 days. In about 3 harvests, you can have a successful spinach plantation. After 3 harvests, the plant goes in for flowering stage and cannot be consumed in that stage. Coming to cultivation of chilies. The botanical name is Capsicum annum, belonging to family Solanaceae. Chilies are both annual as well as perennial. The small fruited chilies are borne erect on the plant, while the larger ones hang down from the plant and are milder in taste. They are green, white when young, and turn red or orange when ripe. The two varieties of chilies. One is the tiny, erectly held chilies, which are commonly known as Purtugali or Tarvodi Mirsang in Konkani. These are perennial and are used to spice papads. The second type is the large chilies called as pimentao, which are fried, baked after stuffing with meat, prawns, or vegetables. The other varieties of chilies, which have various shapes, sizes, and are used as spice, include Kashmiri, Byadki, Masuri, Kola, and the Aldona variety. Chilies are grown from seeds. The seeds take about 10 to 12 days. They are usually grown in seed beds and then later transplanted. During germination, the seed beds need to be protected from ants by dusting some neem powder around the beds. The annuals can later be transplanted throughout the year when the seedlings are about 20 to 30 centimeters tall. They should be planted at a distance of 30 to 40 centimeters between two plants. They can be planted in rows as well as in beds, which are not 1 meter broad to facilitate the collection of the fruit. Chilies are usually hardy, but they need regular watering. But care should be taken to provide sufficient water to the chili plant. Overwatering can induce rotting, while underwatering can cause wilting. It requires weeding and earthing up of the mud near the base of the stem around 2 to 3 times before the fruiting can begin. The fruit sets in about 3 months after transplanting and continues to give fruit in 3 to 5 months depending on the variety. Cultivation of cluster beans. The botanical name Cymopsis tetragonoloba, belonging to family Fabaceae. Cluster beans can be grown easily at any time of the year. It is a good source for dietary fiber, which is popularly known as gourd gum. It is also a rich source of amino acids, iron, and vitamins. Cluster beans can be grown of two varieties. One, the long podded, smooth skinned hybrid variety, and the second one being short podded, slightly hairy skinned gawar variety. The seeds of cluster beans are sown in well prepared and manured rows. The seed should be planted in about 1 meter distance from each other. Germination could take 2 to 3 days. The plants need staking from about 2 weeks after germination because the plant grows slender. Cluster beans require plenty of sunlight. Harvesting of the fruit can begin 2 months from planting. It takes about 8 days for the flower to form a fruit. The plants continue to yield for 2 to 3 months. The entire pod is eaten as a vegetable when tender. The seasoned beans, which are harvested from dry pods, are either used as a vegetable or in the preparation of snacks or soups. Cultivation of cabbage. The botanical name is Brassica oleracea, belonging to Brassicaceae. The cabbage that is consumed is an unopened terminal bud that is formed as a result of bolting at low temperatures. The temperature, if rises above 30 degrees Celsius, the leaves unravel and may not be formed at all. Thus, only short duration varieties are suitable for the Goan climate. These include the early drumhead variety, Pride of India variety, and Golden Acre variety. About 10 grams of seeds are required for 100 square meters of land. Hybrids with bigger seeds could use up to only 2 grams of seeds per 100 square meters. Cabbage seeds should be sown in October to November for a good crop. If the crop is to be grown as a kharif crop, seeds are to be sown before the onset of monsoons when low temperatures prevail. The three varieties, the early drumhead varieties, Pride of India variety, and Golden Acre variety. The early drumhead variety is ready to harvest in only 2 months. In appearance, it has a flat head. It tapers towards the base and the leaves are dull and dark green in color. The Pride of India variety takes a little longer, that is 65 to 70 days for harvest, and it is slightly rounded in shape with light green leaves. The Golden Acre variety takes even much longer for harvest, that is 70 to 80 days. It is almost round with almost yellowish to green to golden leaves, which takes its name as the Golden Acre variety. These are my references. Thank you.